Hello, I'm Frankie.
And I'm Rachel.
And welcome back to the next episode in our Tales. Tales? That's not Tales, this is Trials, not Tales. Trials in the Sky Let's Play. And last one, something crazy happened while we finally found out who Professor R was, which was who we already thought it was, Professor Russell. Kind of easy. Kind of weird how, like, in the note, they say Professor R, when Professor's a longer word than his last name was. Why wouldn't, if they were just like keeping it short, why wouldn't they have written like Prof R? They took the time to write Professor, but they didn't take the time to write Russell. And it didn't really seem like it would be that hard of a jump to point out that Professor R would be Professor Russell anyway, considering who like Cassius knows and shit. I don't really get it. But anyway, it caused a blackout in the city, and it caused quite a commotion to town people and stuff. And now we're heading to the Bracergill to give an update. Oh, and we could probably talk to some people. These people probably have something new to say about the blackout. Wheat, white rye sourdough. What kind of bread is good? Is good bread anyway? Labels would be so much easier. Oh, Tita, it's you. Yesterday sure was something else, don't you think? Did the ornaments at your house all suddenly stop too? Yeah, they did. We were all surprised. Yeah, they stopped all over. It was scary looking out and seeing the whole town dark. I'd forgotten how dark it got at night without orbital lights. You know what? Okay. What did this guy say? Man, these boxes are just a mess. It's going to take forever to find what I need. Progress demands sacrifice, I suppose. Looks like all the packing's in order, almost ready to go. Time for one final check. Oh, hey, gotta remember to go request a Bracer score. Time's a wasting. Oh. Is this? Oh, this is the general score. I wonder if there's a new thing now, since this is a new day. Nope, still not. Still got to keep an eye out for that. Oh, and the Bracergill's in here. Alright, let's turn it in. Good morning. That was some day yesterday, wasn't it? When you are ready, we'd like your full report on it. Business as usual, Calica. I've heard the basics from the factory chief already, but I'd like to expand that account with some first-hand details. Well, Joshua explained the details of the orbital blackout. I see. So the ornament that was sent to Cassius in secret was in fact something dangerous. The guild is very interested in these developments. We need to continue working with Professor Russell for the present. We thought you'd say that. When we have more information, we'll contact you immediately. And is there any more? Nope, no more. So we can go straight to the... Now, one of the main gimmicks of the Trials games is... you know, whenever like time passes by, like, you know, goes to the evening and stuff, it is like good to run around the town and just talk to everyone again, because they all do say something different. But I personally just want to focus on the main story instead of that side stuff. I'll do it if you want to do it.
That's fine.
But I'm gonna be doing it when we hit the trial, like when we hit the Trials in the Third, because that'll be the first time I've done it.
Yeah.
So I will be making sure that I do that during that one, and also when we go to Trials in Cold Steel, because that's like my favourite one. I love that game. But for now, I just really want to focus on the main story to get these done quicker. So anyway, let's talk to this. But I'll talk to people if we're going past them. Hey, long time no see. Huh? Hey, it has been a while. Who's this? You remember that kid who was looking for the quartz shard in Roland, don't you? Remember? We took a request to find it a while back. Are you headed back to the Republic? Nah, the central factory, we made some... the central factory, we've made some cash in Granso and have some shopping to do. Mum said we're gonna take this mirror and stock up on ornaments. They say the eyes are the first to go, but you can still spot a good deal. I can see you're still an obnoxious brat. What? I'm only saying what everybody else is thinking. But yeah, did you check out these crazy moving stairs? I'll never get tired of them. I like going up the wrong way. Might as well talk to these people as we're going by. That's my brother over there selling drinks. Our dream is to make enough money to open our own store. So this is her brother. The girl selling flowers over there, Irene, she's my sister. Go on and take a look at her flower shop. Cool. What? Tater, everyone, how are you? Professor Russell was in his workshop on the 3rd floor. He seemed pretty impatient, like he was waiting on something or someone. Okay, let's go to the 3rd floor then. So he is in his workshop. Design room. Is this the workshop? Workshop. Bah! Another failure. Grandpa, we came to see if we could help. Ah, hello, Taita. And you two are here as well, I see. What can I say? We were worried. So, what are you working on? Well, as you can see, I'm trying to cut into the Black Orbman, but it hasn't been going very well. What seems to be the problem? Perhaps a demonstration is in order. And click. Whoa, what's that thing? It's a circular saw. It's made of a special alloy that can cut through basically anything. That ought to do it then. It stopped. I thought that might happen. It's on a smaller scale, but it's the same phenomenon as yesterday. It seems like the Black Orbman is blocking the functionality of the other Orbmans, interfering with them in some way. And I doubt it was solely made for the purpose of killing the lights. Yeah. But Grandpa, doesn't the effect spread like it did last night? Yes, good thinking. This interference with nearby Orbment seems to spread out, moving from Orbment to Orbment like chain lightning. I'd put the range at about 5 Arg. But if there are no Orbments powered on within the range, well, then that's where the effect stops. I see, that makes sense. However, even with that knowledge, there's no way to know why it causes machines to simply stop without getting a look inside it. It's very troubling. Is there any way to destroy the thing? Maybe with a good scream and a really hard whack? That'd be ridiculous. Didn't you see the big store do exactly nothing to it just a moment ago? Well, yeah. Anyone thought of trying fire? Maybe it'd melt down into in a blast furnace or something. If we did that, the insides of it would melt too. Oh yeah. Well, it's worth a shot. It was worth a shot. Actually, it might work. Really? You know of a way to burn it open? No, that's not what I meant. Orbal power. That which drives Orbments to work can't be used for this problem. We'll have to find a way that doesn't rely on any Orbal energy. Is there even such a thing? The combustion engine. It's a device that burns fuel to generate energy. The idea's been around for a long time, but it's very inefficient when compared to an Orbal engine. However, all you need to work on them are standard tools. Huh. Neat. I get it. Fire is the key. But Grandpa, I've never even seen one of them. I'm pretty certain that there's one understudy in the central factory workshop. Oh, you'll need to get fuel as well. Like oil or something? No, it's called gasoline. It's extremely flammable. There's likely a tank or canister of it stored in reserve. Yes, it should do the job. I'll start getting the tools ready. I'll help. Is there anything we can do? I mean, I can't do anything super technical like Taita can. Well, you could go and get the engine and gasoline. It's going to be heavy, but you Bracer should be strong enough to move it. Okay, leave it to us. So, where would we find these? Let's see. Don't tell me that you've forgotten. I've forgotten. He just said not to say that. Estelle, if you look in the operations room, you could probably find them. What the heck is an operations room? It's a room with a bunch of Orbal computers. It's on the 5th floor. We store all kinds of information there for safekeeping. Wow, I didn't even know there was such a place. Then I leave it in your capable hands. Making coffee, fetching stuff. Well played, old man. Well played. Oh well, let's go find this operations room thingy. To the 5th floor then. Okay, well before we do that, let's have a little chat with them. Huh? What are you doing? I need that combustion engine and some gasoline. Remember? They're in storage in the operations. They're in storage in operations on the 5th floor. 5th floor operations. Got it. Let's get going. Okay. Well, let's get to the 5th floor then. 5th floor operations. Oh, that's the outside. This must be operations? Yes, it is. Wow, check out this place. This has to be the operations room. Hey, you two. I haven't seen you before, so you mind telling me what business you have in here? My name's Travis, Senior Engineer and Supervisor. Nice to meet you. We're with the Bracergill. We're here at the request of Professor Russell, so if... Professor Russell? He's not in trouble again, is he? Again? You really don't have much faith in him, do you? No, I mean, I realise that he's a genius. He was the one who developed the CAPEL unit, after all. But even being acquainted with him results in no end of trouble. Taita, on the other hand, is an incredibly sweet girl. Just an all-around good kid. Haha, yeah, I get what you mean. But I don't think we have time to be standing to stand around talking in this case. We need to find where the central factory stores its equipment. Oh, is that what this is all about? In that case, go right ahead. I'll show you how it works. This cylindrical device is a type of computer. It's called the CAPEL. These days, so this is what Professor Russell made. These days, they mostly get used to assist in airship navigation, but this one is equipped for the fastest general purpose, data processing in the world. It can be used for anything from calculating material density to information retrieval. Now, for information retrieval, you have to use this front panel to select that mode. That will send a signal through the wiring and allow you to access the memory augment. There's a quartz inside that trains a rapid light pulse on it, you see. Then it simply extracts the data you want. So I trust you know how it works now? No sweat or no clue?
No sweat.
Yep, no sweat. I'm impressed, Estelle. You're way better with modern technology than I am. Okay, so I lied. All that stuff went completely over my head. Well, here's the setup. You change the mode with this panel. I'm sure you'll figure it out in no time. Okay, try it out. CAPEL, the Orbital Calculator. CAPEL System version 7.0. Copyright ZCF 1197 to 1202. Mode, information retrieval. Memory check, OK. Database accessed. Please input search item. Central factory. Oh. Time to do a little bit of law learning. So let's learn about establishment. S1154, Septian calendar. Death of Professor C. Epstein in the sovereign state of Le Mans. S1155, Professor A. Russell returns to Labelle Kingdom. He proposes a spread of augment technology to a Chile reception. S1157, Professor Russell forms a partnership with the Zeiss Clockmakers Union. Together they established the Zeiss Engineering Factory, later renamed the Central Factory. S1160, Edgar III, after an inspection of the factory, donates a large amount of money to further its research. Professor Russell becomes the first factory chief. S1162, Edgar III dies and Alicia II assumes the throne. So I think that's the current queen right now.
Yeah, I thought that sounded familiar.
S1164, construction is completed on the Langland Bridge. S1168, the first orbital-powered airship, the Calatrava, is completed. 39 failed test flights before success was achieved. S1173, the Zeiss Engineering Factory is renamed Zeiss Central Factory and begins sharing technology with the Verne Company and Rhineford Company. Rhineford Company is very interesting because they play a big part in Trials of Cold Steel, like the next series that we'll be playing after we finish this trilogy. S1175, the Labelle Orbital Ship Corporation is established and the transit commuter airship, the Linde, is commissioned. Now, if you remember, you guys, people watching this now who only knows what we've shown so far in the brief, what was the brief we were just recap we were trying to give in the beginning of this Let's Play. The Linde was the airship that got stolen, and that was the one that we were tracking down from the Sky Bandits. S1177, transit commuter airship the Silesia is commissioned. S1178, factory airship the Leibniz is completed. S1180, the Xi Central factory is dismantled and reconstructed at its current site. The partially underground factory in the Chaldia Hills is complete. S1182, Professor Russell resigns from his position as factory chief and is succeeded by Murdoch. S1185, Natural Science and Medical Research Divisions are founded. S1187, the passenger ship Eterna sinks in Calvard waters. Crown Prince Judas dies. S1190, the Orbital Network, a joint venture with the Epstein Foundation, is publicly announced. S1192, outbreak of the 100 Days War. The central factory is taken by the Erebonian army. Professor Russell developed patrol airships at Leyston Fortress, which are used to mount a highly effective counter-offensive and soon became central to the Royal Army. S1193, LaBelle and Erebonia sign a peace accord. Orban exports to the Erebonian Empire resume. S1197, version 1.0 of the CAPEL orbital computer is completed. S1199, the development commences on the high-speed cruiser, the RCL. S1202, the RCL has completed the flight test commence. So this is where we currently are now. We're in 1202 is the current, or it's around that time of the year what we're in. We're in the 1200s. That's everything there. That's the establishment. Let's go for Universal Tech. Augments. Entry augment. General term for devices that draw orbital energy from septium, invented 50 years ago by Professor C. Epstein. The clockwork mechanisms inside causes a reaction between quartz, which in turn produces a variety of different phenomena. Their greatest advantages over combustion engines is that the orbital energy within them is gradually restored over time, and a variety of different phenomena they can produce. They are also much more economically efficient. So that's what augments are. Crystal circuits. Entry, crystal circuits, quartz. An electrical circuit with a crystalline structure made from processed septium fragments, CEPF. They serve as an energy source but also cause varied phenomena, which are only seen when they are placed inside an augment. Septium. Entry, septium. A grouping of 7 gemstones found throughout the continent. Prized as jewels for eons, it was also regarded as a symbol of mystery. The invention of technology to refine and process septium fragments too small to use as jewels, called CEPF, and make them into quartz, resulted in a massive increase in the importance of septium as a resource across the continent. Airships. Entry orbital airships / orbital ships, commonly regarded as the crowning achievement of augment technology, enables the power of flight by combining a flight engine to control gravity and an orbital engine to provide vast amounts of energy. Because of the need of high-efficiency orbital energy transfer and the complexity of controlling the airship, many modern orbital ships are equipped with highly capable orbital arithmetic logic units. Orbital ships less than 20 arg in length are simply called airships. Orbital weaponry. Entry, orbital weaponry. Any firearm or cannon powered with augment technology. Currently the most common form of military weaponry among many nations. With orbital firearms, energy is focused in a helical path along the barrel down to a tiny point, which then forces a large metal projectile onward at high velocity. These guns can fire more rounds than traditional gunpowder arms and are at adjustable levels of force. Orbital cannons, meanwhile, fire shells containing energy which explode on impact. Similar to orbital guns, these have less recoil than gunpowder using cannons, and their power can be similarly adjusted. And finally, tactical augments. Entry, technical augments. Augments used to manipulate orbital magics, usually no larger than a pocket watch, so its internal workings are extremely minute and elegantly constructed. When quartz designed for tactical augment use is installed, it improves the ability of its bearer. When this quartz synchronizes with the bearer, aka the resonance phenomenon, the internal mechanisms take over the otherwise complex process that would be required to use magic, allowing just about anyone to use it in the form of orbital arts. Furthermore, the arts the user is able to use can be changed depending on the combination of quartz inside. So basically magic in this game is technology, in a sense that way. Like, people don't have like mystical fucking wizard shooting bolts and stuff, like, innately. They have to use quartz. A technical ornament with a quartz in it. So that's how we do magic. And related topics. And we have to learn... Okay, so these are the things we were actually looking for. Combustion engine. Entry, combustion engine. A machine which generates usable energy by burning fuel within. Less efficient than its orbital counterpart due to issues with gaseous exhaust and noise pollution. Combust engine. Number owned. 1. Owner. Maintenance Chief Gustav. So it looks like we have to look for a guy called Maintenance Chief Gustav. It sounds familiar. I think we spoke to him before, but I don't remember where he was. Gasoline. Entry gasoline. A liquid derived from the purification of the naturally occurring hydrocarbon compound known as petroleum. Used primarily as fuel for combustion engines and as an industrial solvent. Republic manufactured gasoline. Emergency stores. 20 mid-sized tanks. Repository. Ordnance manufacturing factory. So we need to go to the Ordnance manufacturing factory to get the gasoline. Haulage vehicle. Entry. Orbital haulage vehicle. Any wheeled vehicle powered by orbital technology. Widely considered uncomfortable to ride and very limited in speed. Primarily used for transporting cargo. Orbit powered vehicle. Owner, no data. Repository, underground factory entrance. Okay. And that's everything. Looks like you found what you were looking for. Wow, it's like a magic box or something. Orbital computers are really something. As I understand it, Professor Russell's teacher, Professor Epstein, was responsible for the original concept. But it was Professor Russell's talent that made an idea into a reality. If only his presence of mind were on par with his intelligence. Well, Adios isn't one to bestow 2 blessings on one person. By the way, where can we find the guy who is one of those combustion engine thingies? The maintenance chief, right? Where is he? He's currently overseeing the airfield, so you'd have to go there to speak to him. Also, the gasoline is likely in Ordnance manufacturing in the basement. Talk to the staff there and I'm sure he'll be happy to get it for you. Maintenance Chief Gustav is down at the airfield working on a combustion engine, and the gasoline is in the basement Ordnance manufacturing facility. Thanks, you've been a big help. Think nothing of it. Let me know if you need anything else. Awesome. Might as well talk to this guy. What's he got to say? Hey, how's the orbital calculator holding up? My meters are saying that everything is running smoothly. Cool. Okay. So, let's go down to the basement and get the gasoline first, then, since we're already here. I think this is the first time we're in the basement. Oh wait, no, we came here before. It's the first time going down this way, though. Is this where we got to go? Really? What kind of guy is he? I tried asking her friends, but they didn't tell me much. Gah, I just can't concentrate. What's through here? What is through here? Oh, this is probably for the stair entrance. Do we have to talk to you? This is... excuse me? Faye. What's that? May I help you? They're telling us to explain the task set to them by Professor Russell. You need gasoline? I think we have a tank of it back in storage somewhere. I'll check it for you. Faye used the intercom. This is Faye. Got a request down here. We still have that tank... Oh, fuck. Whoops, didn't mean to press A there. Can you send some down? Yeah, enough to carry. Thanks. They're sending some for you right now. Sending? Holy. There we are. Is this gasoline? So that's what sending is. Neat, isn't it? This conveyor belt system isn't just for ordering goods. It's an entire network that connects the whole factory, the facility. Convenient. Professor Russell invented it. Originally, it was just a series of tubes for sending products back and forth. But the Professor completely rebuilt the system into something a lot more useful. Of course, getting all of the infrastructure in place was a gigantic pain in the... I can only imagine. We have to be on our way. Thanks for the help. No problem. I don't know what you're using it for, but be careful with that gasoline. It has a tendency to fireball. Oh, obtain gasoline tank. Oh, we got the gasoline tank now, so now we can leave. Hey, what's down here? This door is locked. Oh, it's locked. Alright, now we need to go to the airfield. Right. And where is the airfield? Oh, it's just down that way. Well, but I guess it's, when I say airfield, they mean the landing port. So I'm gonna guess it's that. But I think this is a good spot to end the episode, since we're 25 minutes in now. And in the next one, we'll continue on with this request of getting the what we're trying to get now. We're trying to get an engine or whatever now, like a gas-powered engine. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.